Well, so that was some sort of an annihilation by the Mumbai Indians at the Wankhede Stadium, and also it's the first time since 2022 that CSK have lost to Mumbai. So the last time they lost was in 2022 at Wankhede. I mean, that was some sort of a humiliation. And now CSK have lost six of their games. Six more games left. Even winning all the games would get them to just 16, and there might come some situations of net run rate, some scenarios. So, I mean, unless something miraculous of the highest order happens, you can say it's more or less done and dusted for the men in yellow. Well, so to CSK fans here after that defeat and trying to figure out what's gonna be the next step, keeping practicality in mind, not being too emotional. What's gonna be the next step for the men in yellow? So I'm joined by Shubhradeep, and let's ask him.
Well, it's very simple. You need to be practical. You don't want to swim around this emotional kind of things and stay with the same players and think like, it's one thing coming into a press conference or the presentation party and saying that, yeah, still have 6 games, we can actually win 6 games, go bang, bang, bang. We have that winning mentality. Yeah, never die attitude is a good thing, but you need to be practical in life. It's very important to be practical in life. I always feel that as a team, CSK is better team, no doubt about it. The franchise has done, have owned 5 titles. They know the formula of winning championship or titles. So main thing is look forward. Always look forward, but doesn't mean you start look forward in a bad way. Start look forward in a positive way, and the positive way means you start to bring more youngsters in the team, going into going into the last half of the season. I know few people I was talking about or talking with or discussing, their point was right. Their point was that MS is already looking forward to the next season. I know RCB had that 1% chance and they still made to the playoffs from that kind of 1% qualifying prediction from chance. So if they can, CSK is certainly better than that franchise. So why are always looking forward? But I genuinely feel that MS is right because you need to be practical in the sense that you need to give chances to youngsters. You remember the point, Saptarshi, in 2020 when they have that kind of a same season,
Yeah,
as MS mentioned, they gave
yeah, and they
chances
got
to.
Ruturaj Gaikwad out of that rubble. I mean, out of all the bad things that happened that season, they got Ruturaj Gaikwad. Even in 2022, when they were having that poor season, they brought back Conway in that second half. They got Conway, who won them that season. A season later, they got Pathirana in those last couple of games. He was an integral part in 2023. So yeah, definitely. I mean, CSK need to sit and decide. I mean, the next game is on Friday, I guess, against the Sunrisers at Chepauk. They have three more games at home and three away. So they need to sit down and decide that we have these 25 players on paper. Out of these 15, 17, whatever it is, players are going to be retained next year. So we need to try and test them out, and the others, we are done with them. No more hope from them. We are going to release them and look for fresh players next year. Now, who are going to be those 15, 17 players? You need to be absolutely crystal clear in your mind. It can't be like, I'm going to back Tripathi more, I'm going to back Ashwin more, he's going to win
I
me
mean,
games. If you are backing him, you should be crystal clear that he's going to be part of your plans next year also.
I feel, as you mentioned, the way Gaikwad, they give chances to Gaikwad in the 3 matches and he got half century. That's how
Yeah.
he gained confidence in the player that, yes, this is my player. This is the position where I can use him. It can't be a one certain position, one or two or something like that. So you can use him. Like you said, the Ayush Matra as a youngster, he played really well.
Yeah, I
The
really
biggest,
like this approach, and also the
yeah,
fact that CSK straight away gave him the debut. I mean, I think he's the youngest player to have debuted for CSK. So I mean, that was a really positive move, I would say. Yeah, he looked really positive in his first game. He may flop in the next couple of games, but don't just drop him after that. Play him for the remaining 6 games. Sheikh Rashid did well in the other game, struggled a bit today. But if you believe in him, give him the next few games. You have got a couple of other youngsters. I think Deval Brevis now should get a chance in the next game. I would say bring him in place of Rachin, because Rachin also has struggled with his rhythm. He has now been with CSK for 2 years, but I mean, I hardly remember two or three good innings from him for CSK. So you can try Deval Brevis. If he clicks, nothing better than that.
even the death overs, I think Pathiana has not looked the same, to be honest, and it hasn't looked the same shape. So they have to use Nathan Ellis. They bought him because of the slower ball, and he's one of those dead over specialists for Australia in the T20. As said when they played the T20 World Cup in 2021, so he has the knack of bowling the slower balls, hit the dig hard. pace variation, so he can do something. And Patiana hasn't been looking the same from the last season, and that's why you need to be practical again.
Yeah,
You need to practice.
even I mean, when he was playing for Joburg Super Kings, he looked pretty off color. He changed his action a bit, brought the arm down, but I mean, nothing has
And
worked really. He's still,
and this is where your skill will be judged. You are always compared with Malinga, and this is where you can draw a line between that grades of the game and you where you stand as a part. As your game will go on, teams will certainly start to analyze your variations. What's your mindset? I remember one of those. I had one of those went through a piece, and one of those scouts said that we go through the players and their mindset. Like if they are bowling six balls, if the third ball is going for a six, what's going to be the fourth ball? EP is that much predictable, and that's how analyze your bowling plans or batting plans. And as a bowler, it's your job to make sure that you develop in every single season. Fatigana hasn't done so, and his number of wides are getting increasing day by day. Yes, there's no issue that if you bowl like that kind of action, swingy action, you tend to bowl a lot of wides. But 147 wides till now, one of my friends called me and just gave me the stat 147 wides as of now. The second best is 89. But that's simply almost like a 40% more than what he has bowled. So once you give those wides, if you bowl three wides and the opposition takes six singles, that's 9 runs of over. Always releases the pressure. So you have to look forward to what kind of other positions you have. You have to give more chances to Ayush Matre for
yeah.
sure. Previc,
Also, I would say R Ashwin. I mean, they really need to take a call. Is Ashwin in their future plans? Is Ashwin there in 26?
or
I mean,
simply
if
no.
not,
Simply no. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm certain with the point. I'm certain with the point that not even Jadeja. I really believe Jadeja is not your can't be your point. Not even MS. Few of the players you need to take care of and say, you know, thanks. I'm appreciating your kind of contribution for the
even I
franchise.
mean, promoting Jadeja at number 4. They did that last year also for a couple of games. I was a bit skeptical last game also. I mean, today people will say he scored a 50, but you just take out that last over and he was 38 of 30, batting for more than 10 overs in the innings. I mean, that's really not acceptable in this era on that Wankhede pitch. I mean,
I mean, you
the,
you need to give more chances to Bedi. I think Bedi is someone who
yeah,
can
Vansh
come
Bedi, I
and
would like to
fight.
see him. Even they have got that, I think, pace all rounder in Ramakrishna Ghosh from Maharashtra. Mm.
Maharashtra. He's a good one. Why not? Why not give chance to Kamlesh Nagarkoti and see what he has to offer you in the baseball department? Khalil has done well, no doubt about it. He has,
Yeah, even Anshul, I would say he did well in the two games. Was superb
yeah,
against Lucknow
undoubtedly,
in that opening
undoubtedly.
spell. Give
You
Kamlesh
have
a
to.
game. I mean, if he clicks good enough, you will get some good pacers. I mean, Jadeja, I don't know. I think Jadeja, they will anyways return him because of some emotional calls, but Ashwin, they need to get done with him. MS, I'm
Well,
not sure. I mean, MS's availability always remains a question every season. Will he come back? Will he not?
they have to look forward to another wicket keeper for sure. I mean, MS is behind the wickets for a long, long time. So whoever replaces him will have some tough times going forward because the fans won't surely
Surely.
love, surely not going to leave him as they did with Rishabh Pant in those India colors. I'm sure there will be someone who have to take the responsibility in the keeping position. Can't be overseas. I don't see an overseas keeper coming and keeping wickets at the Chepok against the three spinners or Chennai go is or whatever spinners they go with. So that's where you have to be practical. It needs to be look forward. I'm genuinely saying that. I mean, sure that this season is almost done and dusted. You can actually eliminate that almost word from that say done and dusted because you have to look forward and see this is our players. You have to cut their 25 member squad to 18 and 17. Said this is the six or seven. Don't need to tell them. You have a mentality that this is my have you knew that this is my seven players. You're gonna release them. This is the budget I am getting. So
Yes,
this is the
still you
players I
need to
can
now
look forward
look
to.
for the other players. Maybe I mean, if you wish, you can bring back Sam Curran for a game or two. If you just
Yeah,
think that he's there, I
change
mean,
it,
give him another game or two.
change it,
What
use
worse
it.
can happen? You are anyways
Yeah,
losing by big margins.
yeah,
So
use
it's
everyone.
just it's just
Use
down to that
everyone.
future planning for the next 6 games. Three more in Chepok, three away. So let's see how things fold out for CSK, and that's all. So cheers! If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please share with as many guys as possible. Cheers. Good night.